Randonautica basically is an app that randomly generates GPS coordinates and encourages users to visit these locations, often with the idea that it might lead to surprising or unusual discoveries. Some people believe that Randonautica is run by individuals with sinister intentions, like criminals or even people involved in dark, secretive activities. These theories are mostly fueled by the unsettling experiences shared on social media, where users post videos or photos of the strange things they've encountered. But remember, these are only theories. On December 30th, 2022, the YouTube channel The Men's Life uploaded a video where they went camping in a woodland area, which was a location randomly generated by the Randonautica app. For those unfamiliar, the Men's Life channel typically features vlogs about daily life, outdoor explorations, and camping adventures. They often document their trips, sharing their experiences with nature, survival tips, and sometimes strange encounters during these explorations.
I don't know. I think we're just gonna have to go with the flow, guys, and just kind of see what's up. Kind of looks like this was an old quarry or something, just the way it kind of goes down.
In the first few minutes of the video by The Men's Life, everything seemed normal and uneventful as they made their way to the location that Randonautica had generated. Throughout the video, the YouTuber explained that this particular location had been generated recently by the app. He also mentioned that he and his friends had visited this spot before, making this his second time returning to explore the area. Around 20 minutes into the video, The Men's Life finally reached the location generated by Randonautica, which turned out to be a small cabin situated in the middle of the woods. While the sight of the cabin might seem unusual to viewers, the YouTuber explained that it wasn't entirely out of the ordinary. Local residents had built this cabin to inspect the woods and monitor animals in the area, which made its presence somewhat expected. However, what caught his attention this time was that the cabin seemed different from when he and his friends last visited. He claimed that during their previous visit, the area around the cabin was relatively empty, but now there were several new objects and signs of recent activity.
Still there. The hell? This is straight up in the window. Okay. What is that sound?
At one point in the video, Men's talks about hearing voices coming from deeper in the woods. At first, since it was still daylight, it didn't seem like a big deal. It's common to hear other people in the forest, as many people explore and hike in the area. But later in the video, the YouTuber shares something a bit more unsettling from his past experiences. He explains that sometimes people in the woods don't seem to have a real purpose for being there. They're not hiking or exploring. Instead, they just wander around, which can feel pretty odd. He adds that these kinds of aimless wanderers can sometimes be risky to encounter. While they might not always mean harm, their unpredictable behavior can be unnerving, especially when you're alone in the woods, and there's always a chance that someone out there could be dangerous.
I'm gonna try and be a little bit lower with my voice. I don't know who could really be out here. Hearing a lot of thumps and...
After a while, he suddenly heard a whistle, followed by someone saying, "Hey."
I don't see anybody. Oh shit! Oh. They just noticed me. They just noticed me. Okay. Okay. I don't know if they're coming. Coming.
Not long after hearing the voices in the woods, the Men's Life claimed to have actually seen someone and immediately referred to them as a stalker. This sighting set off alarm bells for him, and he quickly started running. What made the situation even more disturbing was his belief that the person was following him. He mentioned that encountering a stalker in a secluded place like the woods is especially concerning because stalkers often have questionable motives. They might target people who are alone with the intent to rob them or even do something worse. He pointed out that these kinds of individuals could have bad intentions, but luckily he escaped that place unharmed. Jake Travis, from the YouTube channel The Hoggett Project, is known for exploring untouched wilderness across Washington state, particularly focusing on camping and outdoor survival. In August 2024, he posted a video where he went on an overnight camping trip to a new, remote spot in the mountains. Initially, the trip seemed to be like any other. However, as the video progressed, things started to take a more disturbing turn.
Creek that comes through here, and you can have a look-see all the way down the pipeline.
After parking his vehicle at the base of the mountain due to the remote and rough path, Jake made his way up to find a good camping spot. He knew a flat area would be best for comfort, so he took his time searching. In the early part of his trip, everything was calm and typical for a camping adventure.
This would be where I just hang out. Oh, this ground is soft. That might pose a problem.
He set up his tent, got his campfire going, and was ready for a peaceful night. But as nightfall came, things started to feel off.
Earlier, but something made a heavy sound over there. Could have just been some old rotted logs settling. But up that way, a couple miles, there is a camp. But I don't think anybody's hiking this way back down. Anywho, I've heard that the red lamp keeps the bugs away. There.
He began hearing the sound of branches cracking in the distance, about 100 to 200 yards away. At first it seemed normal. One branch falling can happen. But the strange part was that the cracking sounds kept happening, over and over again. This wasn't just the occasional noise you'd expect in the woods. It was regular and repetitive, as if something or someone was moving through the area, disturbing the branches.
I'm thinking about it. I'm about to go about my business. Then I hear behind me where the creek is, about only 50 feet. I hear a couple more loud crunches. And that's when I stand up and I just shine the forest. Thought I had pressed record, but it was not recording. But anywho, I've got my low beam on at this point. I think I see something small. Maybe it's like a raccoon or something right there by the water. And as I hit the high beam, this is when I see it. I see something standing there on the side of the road, pretending to be a statue. Whatever this was, decided it was just gonna freeze, and then maybe I wouldn't.
After a while, Jake heard a loud thud behind him, only about 50 feet away. He quickly grabbed his flashlight to check what it was. Unfortunately, he forgot to press the start button on his camera, so that moment wasn't recorded. When he shined the light toward the noise, he saw a man standing behind a tree, about 6 feet tall, wearing camouflage. It was unexpected, but Jake managed to stay calm. Instead of panicking, he acted like he didn't see the man, packed up his things, and left as quickly as he could. Sam from the channel The Northwest Wind. He's all about stealth camping, and if you're not familiar with that, it's basically camping in secret finding spots where you can stay the night without being noticed, and you don't have to pay a cent for it. Sam does this all across the country, and he's built a bit of a reputation for his stealthy ways. Now, on September 13th, 2024, he decided to head back to this one particular spot in the woods. He had been to this exact spot before. Things got pretty weird. And last time? Well, he mentioned that he had been chased by some strange people, which would freak anyone out, right? He wanted to give it another shot, even after that creepy encounter.
Be a 31st kind of guy or girl, you can tell me below, but I'm counting this as a month. 30 nights of my life, one complete month I have spent stealth camping for you in glory and sausage.
Throughout the first few minutes of the video, things seem pretty normal. At several points, Sam mentions past experiences where he saw strange people while camping. As he wanders through the overgrown vegetation, he's actually on the lookout for the exact spot where he had camped before.
So hopefully whoever was back here last time or whatever, I'm not gonna put all my eggs in one basket and try and say what it was. I think it was humans though, like 99% sure. Trying to get back to the exact spot that I was in last time. We're gonna set up exactly as we were, just with no tent, because I kind of wanted to make it a little more spooky.
So as the sun starts setting, Sam's getting dinner ready, talking about the gear he brought, nothing too fancy. Just a portable stove and some packed food. He's just chilling, cooking, and enjoying the evening.
I planned. Bottoms up. Oh, that's the best one by a mile. Doesn't need salt, doesn't need pepper, nothing, no hot sauce. Oh! I did just hear someone yelling back there. Someone's yelling back there. I don't know how far away, reasonably close.
But then, out of nowhere, while he's eating, he mentions hearing a scream. It was coming from deep in the forest, like 200 to 300 yards away. That's straight up unsettling, and it really messed with the vibe of the night.
On purpose, so they know that I'm here? Holy crap, okay. Okay.
After hearing a single gunshot nearby, Sam became alarmed. Before the gunshot, he had heard a scream, which made him think that the person who screamed might have had a gun. It was also possible that the person could have been a hunter. What made the situation even more unsettling was that Sam noticed someone standing a few hundred yards away, staring at him. The person seemed to be getting closer and closer.
Somebody's there. I'm telling you, somebody's just standing there. I think they just saw me now because where I walked is more in that clearing over there. Somebody's... Hi. Hi.
At this point, Sam couldn't tell if the person was a threat, but there was no way to be sure. Even if someone looks harmless, they can still be dangerous.
It's honestly kind of comedy because at this point, I know what happened here last time. I know people might be back here. I don't think you're even able to see that far with the light now. Hi! All right, I'm packing my stuff up. Okay, hang on. I'm sorry, I keep knocking. I hear them walking over there again.
So Sam decided it was better to be safe than sorry. He quickly started packing up his camp and gathering his belongings, knowing that the person was coming closer and not wanting to take any chances.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna stay tonight, boys and girls. Ah! Okay, okay. All right, okay. That guy was right, okay, let's go. All right, I'm out, see ya.
As Sam was hurriedly leaving, he glanced back, and to his shock, he saw the same person just a few meters away, staring directly at him. Panic set in, and without thinking twice, Sam rushed to get away from the area as quickly as possible.
See ya. Okay.
In September 2024, a YouTuber known as Grizzly Gaz uploaded a video of car camping in the middle of nowhere. Grizzly Gaz is a content creator who focuses primarily on stealth camping, road camping, and forest camping, often venturing into remote and wild areas. His videos typically feature him exploring these isolated locations and setting up camp, all while sharing practical tips and survival strategies. Typically camps with his dog, Fendi. In one of his videos, he decided to go camping at Ogden Water, a local nature reserve. Unlike his usual style of camping out in the open, this time he brought his van, parking it in the designated parking zone before heading off to explore the area.
Mate, I'm sorry. I completely forgot that I was filming a video.
After about 20 minutes of exploring, Gaz humorously admitted that he forgot to film the whole time. So it seemed like things were going smoothly and uneventfully up to that point. Upon returning to his van, he casually started chatting about some gadgets he had brought with him, his recent family camping trip, and a concert he attended recently. As night began to fall, Gaz was getting ready to sleep when he heard the sound of a vehicle pulling into the parking area. Earlier in the video, he mentioned that around 8 p.m., the parking zone typically shuts down, meaning no cars should be coming in or out. This made the sound particularly strange and concerning. In nighttime, many area has a reputation for attracting individuals involved in questionable activities, such as drug deals, especially late at night. The presence of such people can create a dangerous situation, as interrupting their activities could lead to serious trouble.
It's a white van, a small white van. It just sat there. Maybe this is where Calderdale Council come to do the shady business deals. I hope I don't get kicked out.
Even though the presence of suspicious individuals could pose a threat, staying quiet was the safest option. After about 30 to 40 minutes of waiting in silence, the van finally drove away. He was thankful that he could continue his night without any disturbances, allowing him to focus on his camping experience rather than worrying about potential dangers lurking nearby.